Did you ever notice the signs in the bathroom? Says, please don't toilet paper in here. It all disposes of. No, make it read it to the exact.
It's like concrete. I don't know.
Somebody didn't think that sign through.
Sure. You were gonna do that. Are you looking at my motion?
I just never worry about messing up. If I do, everybody's got my back.
Oh, yeah,
We got it.
let you know.
We got it.
I love that. I love the constructive criticism.
Either that or we're all gonna walk out on it.
I know. Then when we have a point,
Like big print.
ready?
You'll read a helicopter and fly over the ward.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the Hewitt, Texas City Council regular meeting of 7 p.m., June the 19th, 2023. At this time, all council members are present, which will allow for a declaration of quorum and a call to order at 7 p.m. If you'll all stand, please, and join for the Pledge of Allegiance to the U.S. flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. From here, we're going to the special presentations and recognitions. I will need some help on this, please. First item, number 2, is presentation of Department Spotlight. Mr. C. Yes, sir.
Tonight's spotlight is going to be on the fire department, so I'm going to turn it over to our director, Jessica Higgins, to introduce our fire.
Thank you.
Good evening. So for the new council members, this is something that we started for y'all to be familiar with the employees of the different departments and what the different departments handle. So, of course, we know what the fire department handles, so we'll go through this. First, Jonathan Christian, our chief, you're familiar with him. Cody Richardson, he's been here since 2007. One of our captains. Derek Finley, captain, he's been here since 2008. Aaron White, another captain, 2007. So you can see our long-term employees have been here for a while. First lieutenant is Enrique, he goes by Pico, and he's been here since 2010. Next one is Trent Wagner, he's been here since 2017. I'm just gonna say Corey, so then we can say his last name. Lieutenant, 2007. Our regular firefighters, no, it doesn't have regular firefighters, you don't have a title, management or officer title. Brent Berry, Brent Bartle, Angel, Casey Garcia, Sam Morgan, Marco,
will say, I just went through some fast math today, and the average length, I may be off a few months, but it's a little over 10.5 years of these several firefighters have been with Hewitt that long. I think that's an impressive number to me. There's not a lot of places of business that can say their average length of like 15 gentlemen, I think, plus or minus, and I think 10.4 years or something was the average length of being with Hewitt. So, and with these gentlemen and our fire chief, ongoing, we're having some great stuff happening in Hewitt for the residents. Would you like to speak to that, Chief, as to the fire station? Just kind of give an overview of where we are with these folks and yourself. I mean, to put you on the spot. Sir? Okay. Well, I will say we've got a lot of good things going on with these gentlemen and with our fire chief. So, is there anything else that we have on that? Get it? All right. The next is number 3, the presentation of newly appointed police officer, Jared Orr. Did I say that right, Mr. Orr? Yes, sir. Chief, Assistant City Manager.
Mayor and Council, we'll turn it over to Chief McGrath to introduce our newest officer, Jared Orr.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. It is my privilege as the Chief of Police to be able to introduce our newest officer, Officer Jared Orr, as a member of the Police Department here in Hewitt. This is Officer Orr and his wife Haley. Just going to give you a little biography on Officer Orr, and then we'll get into the swearing in. So Officer Orr was born in Bedford, Texas. He grew up in the historic town of Goliad, Texas, and has lived in McLennan County for the past 3 years. Growing up, he was active in his church and in the Boy Scouts, where he earned the rank of Eagle Scout. He attended the University of Texas at San Antonio and graduated with a bachelor's degree in psychology and with a minor in sociology. He's worked in customer service, child protective services, and for a brief time as a teacher. Officer Orr has always wanted to have a career in which he can serve others and be a part of something bigger than himself. He chose a career in law enforcement to fulfill that dream and to serve his country, state, and community. He looks forward to working alongside the brave men and women of the Hewitt Police Department and represent the city of Hewitt with pride, integrity, and service. I'm pretty happy to be able to swear in Officer Orr as my first actual officer swearing in as a chief. Thank you, ACM Devlin, for actually hiring him. That was a great move. Throughout his time in the academy, since I've been here, I've gotten a lot of feedback on Officer Orr from both the commander and other people associated with the academy about how well he was doing out there. He ended up graduating as the top one for the academy class. I had the commander tell me several times what a great officer he's going to turn out to be for us. And even at the graduation itself, I had several of his classmates tell me that we sure got lucky with him. So very happy to be able to do this swearing in today. Hopefully it's just one of several more to come in the next year. But we'll go ahead and get that done. Go ahead and raise your right hand. State your name when I ask you to state your name, okay? I state your name.
I, Jared Orr,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of police officer for the state of Texas
of police officer for the state of Texas
and the city of Hewitt,
and the city of Hewitt,
and will to the best of my ability
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations to you. Thank you very much. All right, next is the public comments. Excuse me. The City Council invites citizens to speak on any topic not already scheduled for a public hearing. The Texas Open Meetings Act prohibits the council from discussing, responding to, or acting on any comments or items not properly posted on the agenda. Members of the public who wish to speak must complete a public comment form and present to the city secretary before the meeting. Lydia, I have two. Okay. First up is Mr. Cardona. If you could come to the podium, please, sir, and just name and address. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jasper Cardona, live at 901 Ashton Drive. The reason why I'm for the meeting is I want to build a carport at my house, and city ordinance is, I think the width is 24 feet. I'd like to try to extend it an extra, for a three-car carport. Reason for it is I have 4 cars, only have 2-car garage, and you know, with this weather going on here lately, my dog's car got damaged, so I have poured an extra slab of concrete so I can make the carport. And I wasn't aware of the 24 feet city ordinance, so I'd see if possibly getting it extended. Also wanted to do it so I didn't have to park the vehicles in the street and kind of cause congestion. I live in a cul-de-sac, so I'm sure a lot of the neighbors are happy that I got off the street, but, you know, the car's not protected, so that was the whole purpose of trying to get it extended. There's no carport there currently, so this would be like a new build, new structure. That's pretty much it.
You need to, talk to Tracy, you, or, I'm sorry? Who would you need to talk to?
Yes, I've talked to him before. He's the one that actually told me to, that's in this and try to get it,
Well, we don't have it on it, plus you would probably go through the board of adjustments. Tracy, can you talk to him later, do you have a number or something? Okay, and he'll give you the process for, seeking variance, I guess it would be.
The ordinance does not allow for a variance. He's petitioning council about changing the ordinance.
Oh, okay, change the ordinance. As we can take that, we can get your information, see about, if we can get that on a future agenda. We have to post this night,
okay.
consider it.
Okay. So, who do I give my information to, or, you know, where the steps that go?
Tracy, I have it. You have his information, okay.
I'll get his information from Tracy, and we'll go over it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for bringing it to our attention. Thank you. Next is Mr. Pace. Good evening.
Hello, everybody. Brian, RJ Pace, 133 Oklahoma Ave. This is kind of anticlimactic because I heard that y'all got my email/letter beforehand, but if you didn't, I had just recently applied to be considered for the Board of Adjustment, whether it was an actual seat or an alternate. But if you recall from my very first time in front of y'all, one of the things I was complaining about was the city limits over here are just absolute garbage. And I tried, we've been house hunting, and I tried so hard to stay inside the city of Hewitt because I had big plans. But unfortunately, but also awesomely, that's a word, we just actually are about to close on a house in Lorena. So therefore, I will be withdrawing my application surpassing y'all, so congrats. But, but I wish y'all the best of luck, and bless you. I wish y'all the best of luck and everything, and for Mr. Smith and Mrs. Turner, there will be great additions to the Board of Adjustments, and I hope y'all are able to fill out some of the other vacancies you'll have on the respective boards. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up is going to be agenda item number 4, is the approval of the minutes of the City Council Workshop regular meeting of June 5th, 2023. And I open the council for any changes or corrections and amendment to a motion, please.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Kelly.
move approval of the minutes as presented, but to allow for corrections.
Thank you. I have a motion from Mr. Kelly. Call for a second, please.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Potter, we have a motion from Mr. Kelly and a second from Mr. Potter. All those in favor, please have a show of hands. Thank you. Motion carries 7-0. Next item is number 5, is the, I'll turn it over to Mr. Devlin.
Mayor and council, the financial statements were emailed out to each of you on June 8th of this month. If you have an opportunity for you to ask any questions or have any concerns, bring to our
There's no motion on this, but any comments or questions? Okay, thank you. All right, next item is number 6, is discussion and possible action on appointments to the Board of Adjustment. Mr. Devlin.
Mayor and council is, the first and foremost, is Mr. Pace already spoke about withdrawing his application due to his move. All of you have that email that was sent to the city manager, and we forwarded it to you, you have it. The other two candidates are Royce W. Smith and Brenda Turner. Royce, which I also know as Rusty, is currently an alternate for the BOA. He is seeking to be placed on the BOA as one of the permanent people. And then Mrs. Turner is a new appointee who's seeking to fill the second vacancy of the 3 that we currently have. And if council chooses to go ahead and make Royce and Smith and Brenda Turner, if you appoint those individuals to the board, I believe it's going to require a motion and a second for each one and a vote for each one.
Separately.
Since they're not being reappointed and they're new members, even though Rusty is an alternate, I believe you have to make a motion and a second. If the council chooses to do so, and a vote for each one.
Okay. Good, okay. Make sure I get this right. At this time, I call, now, Mr. Smith is not here, right?
No.
Okay,
neither one
okay,
are here.
okay. At this time, I call for a motion for the approval of Board of Adjustment for Mr. Smith. And a second, please.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Kelly.
I move to approve the appointment of Royce W. Smith to the Board of Adjustment as a permanent member.
Thank you. We have a motion from Mr. Bincali for Mr. Smith. We call for a second, please.
Second.
Dr. Bruce. We have a motion from Mr. Bincali and a second from Dr. Bruce. This time we have a vote for Mr. Smith. All in favor, show of hands, please. Thank you. Motion carries unanimously. All right. At this time, we call for a motion for the approval of Ms. Turner. Call for a motion, please.
Mr. Mayor,
Dr. Bruce.
I move to approve Brenda Turner for the Board of Adjustments, regular position.
Thank you. We have a motion from Dr. Bruce, and call for a second, please.
Second.
Yeah, that's Brad, I think
I'm abstaining.
you're abstaining.
Okay, okay.
Second.
And a second from Mr. Price at this time. All those in favor, show of hands, please. 6-0. And then anybody abstaining?
Abstain.
Mr. Turner. Now, do we need to vote collectively also, or we just get it for us? That's it? Okay. All right, thank you, everyone.
Mr. Mayor, I do have a question.
Certainly.
The two vacancies had two different expiration dates.
Okay, would both nominations follow the dates that are posted and have been in the past? I mean, it wasn't specifically mentioned in the motion. Are we good to go forward and just,
They would have the dates of the terms.
Yes.
of
Okay.
those.
2 years.
Yes, and one of those positions may be because it was a position that the term hadn't expired yet. So,
okay,
I believe on Rusty's, he has an expiration, and that's as the alternate.
Right.
Since it was
Okay,
moved,
okay.
And then he gets.
Do you have that date?
Extension.
yeah, you would want to move him to
The
the
20
one with the.
25th date. Yes.
Okay. Can we do an amendment to that motion?
Do we need to do anything to that? Okay.
We good?
It's already, the terms are already set.
Right.
Okay.
So we're good as
Okay.
is on the motions and the, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McKell. All right, next item, number 7, is the discussion and possible action on the award of bid 2022 Chaparral Crescent Will Bowman CK Street Water Improvements to Barnett Contracting, Inc. for $1,526,425 and authorize a 10% contingency of the award contract amount of $152,642.50 to be used at the city manager's discretion if any unforeseen obstacles are encountered during the construction. Mr. Devlin?
Mayor and council, as we move forward with this project, we spoke about this in the past, and I'm going to turn it over to Miles Whitney and have him discuss the bid and what all that entails.
Thank you. Mr. Whitney?
So we should have a letter of recommendation as well as a copy of the bid tab. I did pass out a little bit larger, bid tab to y'all later, because you have to squint as much, maybe. But we did open bids on June 8th. We had 3 responses, contractors come in. The lowest being Barnett Contracting in the amount, $1,526,425. It is my recommendation that the council consider awarding the project to these. They have worked with the city in the past. Most recently was our last year's project of East Warren from First Street to FM 2063 Sun Valley Road. That project is completed and was done to the city's satisfaction. In addition to my consideration, as you read out, that I would like y'all to consider a 10% contingency be granted to be used at the city manager's discretion. In the event we come up with conflict with an existing utility or something has to be lowered or some additional quantities added to flush up, those could be ratified after the fact, but I didn't want to have to wait 2 weeks to bring something in front of you. It can be brought back as a ratification in that said time. So if there are any questions for me specifically, it is my recommendation that the council consider awarding to Barnett Contracting and the 10% contingency be allotted for this event.
Okay. Mr. Devlin? Okay, and I think the 10% we've done before, and it's not, okay, it's not uncommon, okay. Before we move to a motion, open it to council for any discussion or questions to either of these gentlemen.
So, Mr. Mayor, we are, just so I'm clear, Miles, we are not to exceed 1.6 million. Is that the number at the bottom of your letter?
Correct. The total of the 10% contingency with the low bid amount is at 1.679.
Okay. So does that need to be in our motion?
No.
We just leave it at the 10%?
Just revert you to put it out as it's actually
Okay.
on the notice.
And just, I mean, I'm gonna jump in on that. If you would, make sure you award the amount of the 1.526
Mhm.
for 252 Barnett, because I gotta fill that on my paperwork. I don't want it to show up at 1.6.
Yeah, I knew you needed a number. I couldn't remember which one it was. Yeah.
Is that all right, Bruce?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, anybody else have any questions or comments? Okay, at this time, call for a motion, movement to a motion for agenda item number 7, please.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. McKell.
I move approval of the bid 2022 Chaparral Crescent Will Bowman CK Street and Water Improvement to Barnett Contracting, Inc. for $1,526,425 and authorize a 10% contingency of the awarded contract amount of $152,642.50 to be used by the city manager for any unforeseen issues during construction.
Thank you. We have a motion from Mr. Bincali, and call for a second, please.
Second.
Dr. Bruce? We have a motion on item number 7 from Mr. Bincali and a second from Dr. Bruce. If we could have a show of hands for all that are in approval. You got it 7-0. Thank y'all. All right. So we're ready to do the adjournment and come back to our workshop, correct? Okay. For the work, to close the workshop, call for a motion, please. I mean, the regular meeting, excuse me. The regular meeting, call for a motion.
So moved.
Okay. And a second, please.
Second.
At this time, at 7:26, we,
You want to vote?
yeah, let's vote on this. All in favor? We got a 7-0. At 7:26, the meeting is adjourned.